Sports Crew Update, I'm Joe Kraus. Well, the Jacks who squad will look to start a new streak Friday night as they lost to Lockport yesterday by a score of 65-51 on the road. Trevor Buck and Alex Quinn had 13 points apiece, and Joe Kish added 6. With that being said, in the standings now, Niagara Falls is still the top at 9-0, and then the rest of the pieces fall. Lockport moves into second place with a 7-2 record. Ken West is in third at 6-3, and then a tie for fourth between NT and Newport, 5-4 records. The two teams will battle out at the Lumberyard this Friday, a 7 p.m. tip-off. Meanwhile, the JVers' 4-game winning streak was snapped as well as they lost to the JV Lions 47-46. Cody Conkey had a strong game though. The sophomore had 12 points and 9 rebounds on the night. Chuck Tribby had 6 points and 6 assists as well. The Lady Jacks, however, lost to the Lady Lions at home. Final score 63-26. Well, our guest this morning was a two-time Buffalo News Player of the Year, led Nichols High School to a Class A State Federation title in 2010, and wrapped up his collegiate career with the UB Bulls squad last spring, and led them to their first NCAA tournament appearance and their first MAC title in program history. Will you please welcome to the show, Mr. Will Regan. Well, welcome to the show.
How's it going, Joe?
Good. Pleasure of you to join us. So, every player that we've had on the show, they've had rather an interesting story of how they fell in love with their sport. So how did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, for me, I told my dad back when I was like in first or second grade that I didn't ever want to play basketball. I didn't want to follow in his footsteps, and so it really didn't happen until probably like 5th or 6th grade once I started playing a little bit more and realized I was kind of a fool when I was younger.
And it seems that when you started at Nichols, you had a great career. Like we mentioned, you won the state title your senior year. What made you choose to go to Nichols? Like, did you know the whole Christian Leitner story? And what did you learn from Coach Greg Plume as a 4-year lineman?
Well, I went there in 5th grade, and it wasn't because of basketball by any means, but my sisters went there before, and the academics were strong, and they really helped my sister do well in school. So that was the main reason why I went there, and basketball just happened to kind of work out for me.
Do you have any favorite moments from your high school career?
I think playing with my brother, it was definitely a high moment for me, but also winning a state championship. The moments you kind of build with your friends and the friends you make for life in that process was probably one of the highlights. And
your brother Jim had a great college career at Damien. He was actually my coach at one of the UB camps a couple years ago, so shout out to him. But how beneficial was his presence during your career?
It was big. He showed me what it takes to be committed to something, and the time it takes to be good. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have had the work ethic I have now. And so he helped me become the player I am. And he always kind of got the most out of me. So if it wasn't for him, I may not have won the championship, or may not have had such a good college career.
Now, you went to Virginia for 1 year before coming back to play for UB. What were the deciding factors for transferring?
Well, if anyone's lucky enough to go play at the Division I level, there's a lot of things that go into it, a lot of time commitment and stuff like that. And for me, I had to sort of do a reality check after my first year and see if I was going to be most happy playing all 4 years there. And I felt like I'd be able to accomplish more in the classroom and outside of it if I went to UB or elsewhere. So when I decided to transfer, it ended up being UB, but I just wanted a refresher sort of.
Now, you had Coach Bobby Hurley was your coach for the last 2 years of your career, and so how would you describe your relationship with him those last 2 seasons, and what was your initial reaction when he left to go to Arizona State?
Well, so for playing for Coach Hurley, he's a player's coach. He understands his players. He's been in our shoes before, so he was a good coach to relate to and all of that. And my relationship with him was good. He always knew that I'd be taking care of the little things and doing what I needed to. And when he decided to leave, it was a sort of a little shock, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised. Like everyone in the profession, they're trying to be the best at what they can, and he felt like Arizona State gave him an opportunity to kind of climb that ladder. So I wasn't too surprised on that.
Last season, you and Xavier Ford, I believe, were the only seniors on that team. So what was it? Was it different? Like, how would you describe how that season went? Because it seemed that the rest of the guys really looked up to you.
Yeah, well, for we call him Axe and I, we We went through it. We've been through everything. We played for Coach Spoon. We were through the firing. Waiting for a new coach. The highs and lows. We kind of rode together. So for us, it meant more, I think, being able to ride on the sunset the way we did, and we always had the goal of making the tournament, and to make it in your last season is a pretty big accomplishment.
Would you say that's the favorite moment of your basketball career?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the time and effort that goes into that, starting from when I was in 3rd, 4th grade when I really started playing basketball to last year, the commitments your family makes, the commitments you make to accomplish something like that, and then do it in your hometown is pretty awesome.
How would you describe playing in the NCAA tournament? Like, was there any special part going into the game that you still remember?
I think the biggest thing was when we finally won the MAC tournament to clinch our automatic berth. The sort of outpouring of support we got locally was pretty moving, and shows you how much the University of Buffalo means to this university, this town. And so having that support, I think, was more of a moment, big movement than the game. But the game was fun, and if we could have pulled off in the last little bit, it would have been more exciting.
So now looking ahead at this year's team, you've actually done a couple of their games as a color commentator on ESPN3. Well, first off, real quick, was that a totally different perspective for you?
A little bit. I didn't go to school to be in communications to be an analyst or anything, but the opportunity presented itself, and after that, you're talking basketball, so it's not too difficult to do, but there's a whole new side of things that you don't really realize about that profession.
What are your thoughts on how Nate Oates, he's had a great season so far. They actually won over Miami, Ohio last night. So what are your thoughts on how his first season has been going so far?
I think he's doing a very good job. It's not an easy job to inherit a team that had such high expectations coming out of this season, but he's doing a good job, and they had a lot of adversity early in the season, and they got 2 road wins now in their first 3, and that's pretty impressive in the MAC.
Last one, we talked about your high school career and being a college athlete. So there's a lot of our viewers out there that are considering playing in college next fall or in a couple of years. So do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I would just say enjoy the process. The time goes fast, and be willing to work hard. And some days might not be the most enjoyable, but if you work hard with somebody, you're going to become good friends with them and make friends for life. So enjoy the process and have fun.
Well, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And maybe you can stop by before March Madness. We can do something.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, coming up tomorrow, we got our Professor's Picks, AFC and NFC Championship edition. We'll break that all down in a level of NT bowling for you. For Will Regan, I'm Kraus. Have a great day. The rest of your outfits are coming back right after this.